yet. Unless you want to call the boss over and say, hey, look what I found. We got Drag Week on streaming video. We got David Soul with Paul Michael Glazer in the left lane. 008 red light. Just missed a perfect light by 8 thousandths. 1184, 113 miles an hour for Dave Kerwin. 1264, 104 for Doug Wheeler. This is Casey Cunningham. 1963 Plymouth Fury. Running in our daily driver category. John Egke. Big block power adder machine. It's a 1980 Chevy Camaro. These cars came equipped with a mullet in the trunk. Oh wait, this one doesn't have the T-top, so I can't say that. I thought every 1980 Camaro had T-top. With an 1130 and 118 miles an hour. Big block Mopar powered 1968 Dart. This is Rod Munchin. And Scott Smith driving the Malibu. Pro Charge big block. .97, 184 miles an hour. Folks, put your hands together for a 7-second pass here at Drag Week. Wow, big block power adder. Looking good. Woo-hoo, man. That was serious. Hey, guys and gals down here by the racetrack on the O'Reilly side, if you do not have a red armband, we need to have you out of that area, please. If you do not have a red armband, we need to clear you out of that area, please. There's Bob Nelson and Jake Stelter. Nelson in the Corvette, Stelter in the Chevelle. Stelter. Small block, naturally aspirated. Oh, look at this. He rev that thing to the moon, let go of the trans brake, and away we go. That thing came off the line like a rocket, a 141 short time. 12:07, 111 for Bob Nelson. Stelter goes 10:26 at 128. To steal my heart. He's got a 62 Valiant with a small block under the hood. Sound familiar, folks? Those of you who know me know that I built one of those way back in the mid-90s. To this day, I regret getting rid of it. Chad Hartman, 63 Nova SS convertible. That is a smooth-looking ride there. Gebhardt, running in our modified power adder category, said he's had a hard time getting a hold of the racetrack with drag radials all week long. I think he's finally did it. Oh! We're on drag radials and ladder bars, and he says that happens to him for some reason. 1171, 108 miles an hour. He gets the death wiggle, kind of like when you put the Caltrax on with drag radials. You ever seen that? Troy Perez used to do it all the time. What? Crazy looking. Here's Tom Franks and John Leckley. Franks in the Mustang, Leckley in that beautiful, beautiful Chevelle. Doug Tipton out of Topeka. I said it Monday, I'll say it again because it's worth repeating. He's got what I consider to be the best quote on Drag Week. We were over in the tech area Sunday getting his car teched in. And he says, man, I didn't realize how junk my junk was until I tried to make it roadworthy. And he's got it. Watch this thing. It will really rear back on the right rear tire. The left front will be clawing at the sky. The 1964 El Camino of Doug Tipton. Over here on the O'Reilly lane, Sean Brackett, 73 Chevy Laguna. Here we go. Let's have a ride. Tipton getting after it. You know he's having the time of his life. 11:11, 119 miles an hour for Tipton. Brackett goes 11:73 at 121. Barry Lou says, you know they make anti-roll bars. I think he was more worried about getting his turn signals fixed this last week than whether or not it would actually go down the track. He had to pass tech. Here's Dan Brandt. Brandt in that beautiful, I mean, this thing's stunning. You need to see it in the daylight, and you need to see it up close. It's tough to make a car worthy of black paint, but this one is there. It is like a mirror finish. Dan Brandt, 63 Dodge 330. He's paired up with George Browning III in that 26 Ford sedan. And the 426 Max Wedge lumbers through with a 1214 at 109 miles an hour through the stock cast iron factory exhaust manifolds. Here's Don McGinnis. Don's claim to fame is he can fit 2 coolers of beer in his trunk. '68 Roadrunner. He's paired up with Jeff Greer. He's got two coolers of beer, a pair of drag slicks, a toolbox, and a floor jack. He said, I don't need anything else. Okay. Might need another cooler of beer, Don. 15, 20, 91 miles an hour for Greer. 15, 56 at 89 miles an hour for McGinnis. Travis Gilpin. Travis making a run for the Modified Power Adder title. Bob Perrine in his 56 Chevy. Sweet looking daily driver here. The 150 sedan. So Gilpin. Getting ready to wind it up. Run it out the back door here in the O'Reilly lane. For the win. Down the middle of the groove. He didn't go left, he didn't go right. He just went straight to an 8:03 at 176. A phenomenal run for Travis Gilpin. Nice pass. Keith Vandenberg, 1971 Nova coming up. Vandenberg had a really eventful day one on Drag Week here at Heartland Park, Topeka. He absolutely grenaded the rear end in his car. Well, Drag Week people do like Drag Week people do, and we were able to locate a set of gears here locally. He reassembled the rear end and got himself down the track on Monday. Got around all 4 tracks, and he's back here to Heartland Park today. Good to have him back with us. Champion Racing Oil's top 10 reasons why you know you have too much horsepower. Folks, this is going to be great. Number 10, you can't drive your car in the rain. Now, I don't have too much horsepower, and I can't drive my car in the rain. So we'll go on to number 9. Your significant other is afraid to drive your car. Again, you haven't seen my car. Number 8, you're afraid to drive your car. Well, so far they're describing my 90 horsepower Plymouth. Number 7, you spend more on tires than on food. Okay, now we're getting there. Number 6, you spend more on car insurance than on house payments. Oh, man. Number 5, you're tempted to wear your fire suit just to drive to the office. Again, we're talking about my car. Number 4, you get pulled over for doing 155 and a 35, but the cops will let you go if they can look under the hood. I like that one. Number 3, fuel is delivered to your home in 55-gallon drums. Number 2, you have to wear earplugs in your car. And number 1 reason you might know you have too much horsepower, you throw your underwear in the garbage rather than the clothes hamper. Is known for its power handling abilities, its guarantee under race conditions, and performance gains while also lowering engine RPMs and improving fuel economy. Because of the driving nature of Hot Rod Drag Week and its 5-day, 4-track, 1,000-mile journey, it's a perfect fit to demonstrate Gear Vendors overdrives. Check them out, Gear Vendors. MSD Ignition is proud to be a sponsor of the 2011 Hot Rod Magazine Drag Week. MSD is your complete performance ignition source with ignition coils, pro billet distributors, blaster coils, and 8.5 millimeter superconductor plug wires. No matter what you're racing, MSD has the parts you need to deliver the fire to drive. From late model blown big blocks, 16-second cruisers to 200-mile-per-hour terrors, MSD has the parts to get you fired up. MSD Ignition, the fire to drive on Drag Week. If you're driven by performance at the track or on the street, your vehicle should be fueled by Aeromotive's precision line of fuel pumps, regulators, filters, and fuel delivery accessories. Aeromotive fuels more winners in more classes than any other fuel system manufacturer. It's the reason they remain the fuel system of choice for Hot Rod Drag Week, the last four Drag Week champions. I'm pretty sure they're going to have it this year too. Well, guys and gals, there's the motion to put them in the ocean. Let's get them in the water, get the tires hot, and make our way down track with our next pair of cars here. Hot Rod Magazine Drag Week 2011. Glad everybody could attend today. Here he is, that Keith Vandenberg guy with a freshly rebuilt rear end. I guess it's not fresh if he did it on Monday and has driven it 1,000 miles ever since. I understand he didn't take the trailer hitch off for a reason. He uses it as a wheelie bar. Where else but Hot Rod Magazine Drag Week are you going to see cars like this with trailer hitches on? This is too cool. Oh, look at this. We got a pair of yellow Novas. Bob Lash out of St. George, Kansas, rolls up in the O'Reilly lane. Vandenberg in his 71 goes over to the national. Bob ain't afraid to drive this thing and race it. He's raced this thing in Brainerd, Minnesota. He raced it at the Cornplex up in Scribner, Nebraska before they shut it down. Had it out in Denver, Colorado. Got it here on Drag Week. .1086, 136 miles an hour for Keith. Bob runs through the 1225 at 109. Here's Neil Sabo. Neil's one of those Bangshift.com forum members. Driving his Mercury Junior. And Chris Watkins, 36 International pickup truck. with a pair of Dodge Coronet quarter panels on the bedside. That's an odd combination. You know, somebody got up in the middle of the night from a nightmare and said, I got to build this car. Watkins running in our unlimited category. Fun car to watch. Uh-oh. It went kablowing. He's got a Lenco with it. Oh, at least he's got a reverse. Sabo goes 1549, 87 miles an hour. Not exactly sure what let go on Watkins' machine, but they're going to take it back to the pits and take a look. And you know, Scott McIntyre out of Kansas City, 1968 Chevy Camaro, running in our one of our heads-up categories. Pro Street naturally aspirated, paired up with Dale Gebhardt. Gebhardt out of Phoenix, Arizona. 66 Plymouth Satellite. No power adder, all motor. 1046, 137 miles an hour for Gebhardt. Excuse me, for McIntyre. Gebhardt runs through with a 1268 at 106. Kirby Soner. Wait a minute. Go with it. It says it's a factory 533 coupe. I see about a good 1 hour. Might even be an age. Paired up with Dan Nissen. Nissen in a green 1971 Chevy Nova. Pretty evenly matched pair. 1196, 112 miles an hour for Nissen. Soner goes 1204 and 109. Here's Charlotte Zeller. Now, here's what happened with Charlotte's car. Originally, they had entered Jeff's Monte Carlo, her husband Jeff, to run in daily driver. Actually, he was going to run a big block naturally aspirated. And he shot the ring and pinion through the rear end cover Sunday during the test of tune. Charlotte says, we're not going on drag week. We're going to take my car. But she's paired up with Tom Gilsdorf. I'll get back to it in just a second. Gilsdorf in the Mustang. Charlotte in the 2005 Corolla Sport. So they take it on drag week. They're having fun. They get down to Tulsa, Oklahoma, and the fuel pump goes out of the car on their daily driver. Okay, so you run down to your local auto parts store thinking, okay, I got this baby. Good to go. Guess how much the fuel pump cost for a 2005 Corolla Sport? $985. Holy moly! Are you kidding me? I see how they do it. They put all the import tariffs on the parts, not the cars. Tim Reed leading the field. Small block power adder, 1979 Pinto. Folks, this is one to watch. It is going to impress you. You think, okay, small block in a Pinto. First of all, it's not a Ford. It's an LS-based motor. Okay, so what are you thinking? All right, maybe it'll run 10s. No, how about a little quicker? Okay, 9s? You're almost there. How about 8s? How about low 8s? How about 8 O's? Knocking on 7's door. Tim Reed in the... Oh, man, this is what he was looking for. Nice cool air, nice sticky track. Tim Reed rocking it out the back, 8:11 at 173 miles an hour. John Reeder out of Topeka going, what was that? 14:35, 109 in his 2007 Mustang. And Reed had that thing hooked up beautifully. I'm thinking if he didn't have to fight this little bit of a headwind, we would have seen a 7-second pass. Here's Travis Cannon, 2002 Pontiac Trans Am. By the way, how about that Pinto? Woo! Ed Enzer in his 2009 Mustang. Ed running in modified power adder. That's telling me that Ed has got a ladder bar rear suspension. Crown champions today in every one of our categories. Daily driver all the way up to unlimited. Classes. Crown champions. They've been at 4 other racetracks. Well, actually 3 other racetracks, including Heartland Park Monday. Both drivers staged and ready. Mustang getting with the program. 862, 157 for Enzer. Here comes Mike Roy, folks. Mike came out and gave me a test earlier today in this 4,100-pound 1971 Monte Carlo. He's running in our Pro Street Power Adder category. He realized the track is going to take just about anything I can throw at it today, so let's go back and step it up a little bit, see what we can do with this thing. Mike Roy in the O'Reilly lane. Going to make a good pass here. He's paired up with Darren Pape. Pape in our Pro Street naturally aspirated category. Basically, these guys are in the same category except Pape not running a power adder and Mike Roy running all sorts of power adder. Twin turbos. They're both about the size of a garbage can. Watch him spool it up. He's going to catch the thing. Well, maybe he won't catch him. He's darn quick. 1094, 129 for Pape. 795 at 179. Woo! Picked up 500s on that pass right there from his first pass. Mike Roy, currently. Scott Smith right behind him with that 797. Is that right? Travis Gilpin with an 803. Tim Reed with an 811. Ed Enzer with an 862. We haven't seen Larry Larson yet. I'm sure Larry's out there somewhere. Adam Carey and Rick Prospero. I like Prospero's car, the 65 wagon. Little Nova. Watch this thing. Running our modified power adder class. Oh, boy. It was on the way up. And it didn't want to come down. He made it come down, and it came down hard. 12 flat, 119 for Adam Carey. Prospero got out past the 60-foot timers on the back tires. And he went a 144 60-foot on the back tires. And continued to carry the tires higher and higher. And as that engine started building boost and the power started rolling on, it continued to get higher. And he decided, discretion is the better part of valor. I am going to lift out of this thing before things get ugly and really expensive. I know Barry Lutz can attest to that. Here's Daniel Warren. 89 Mustang, small block, naturally aspirated category, and Nyla Dowell. Nyla, that 2006 Chevy, 3/4 ton. This is the mosquito killer. You ask why? It's not because it smashes them on the highway with the grill. It will literally smoke them out. 1034, 128 miles an hour for Warren. Dow goes through 1315 at 102 miles an hour. Frank blew up his carburetor on day one. A good-hearted drag racer competitor was able to give him another Dominator, and he was able to make it through the rest of the week. Good to have you back, Frank. Beautiful 55 Chevy in the O'Reilly lane. Paired up next to Steve Fagan. Fagan in the satin black 94 Chevy S10 Blazer, running in our Pro Street Power Adder category. Guys racing each other whose last name ends in the letter X. Fox gets there first with the Gasser, 1168, 113 miles an hour. Cox gets there second with his Gasser, 1220 at 110 miles an hour. Joe Foy and Scott Abbott rolling up. Foy, this beautiful 67 Camaro RS. Daily driver machine. Scott Abbott, a work in progress, 1970 Roadrunner. Currently qualified number 32 in daily driver. He is on the bubble. .36, 120 for Scott Abbott. Joe Foy goes 13. Charlie Price driving the 69 El Camino out of Wichita, Kansas. Charlie running at Pro Street naturally aspirated. It was 990, 135 miles an hour. Satterley follows through, 1246 and 107. Here's John Wishman. Oh, this will be a good one. Pro Street Power Adder, 1995 Mustang, beautiful burgundy machine. Hang on to your hats, folks. We're going to have some fun here with John Wishman. He's paired up with Lou Martin. Lou in his 72 Chevelle. This one yanked the left front wheel. It gets all twisted out of shape and having fun. Watch the Mustang. Cranking it up at the big end. Nice shot. 893, 154, and it was effortless. It didn't even look like it was trying hard. It goes 893 at 154. Joe Barry, 56 Chevy 210. It's fun to watch running in our unlimited category. Hang on just a second, folks. I'll be right back. I tell you about Jim Nucatel being a very, very quick 2002 Lexus. And though it runs mid-12s and is very, very respectable, you guys are going to have some fun with this 56 Chevy. Joe Barry staying together all week long with his 56 Chevy. Had an issue with his turbochargers, had to have a pair of them sent in via next-day air freight to his hotel room so he could continue. Barry bolted them on and continued. Here we go. He's got a hold of the racetrack. 760. 186 miles an hour, folks. Put your hands together for Mr. Joe Barry in the 56 Chevy. What a shot. Low ET of the day. Barry rolls through at a whopping 186 miles an hour to boot. 760 with an O. Oh, did I mention 1207 for the Lexus? Knocking on the 11s. That almost went unnoticed as Joe Barry was flying down there in the O'Reilly lane. There's Tom McGilton, another one of those great-looking, unlimited cars. McGilton's engine is prepared by how many times I went to Kansas City to the door slammer race and a Burlington engine would win that thing. He's been building high horsepower, big blocks, and small block Chevys for many, many years. He was building them when I was young. I know that's been a long time ago. Check him out. That'd be a fun car to cruise around, go fast with. That's a perfect track meet car. Look at that, 10 flat. 10:06, 131 miles an hour for McGilton. 11:06, 121 for the Camaro in the O'Reilly lane. Here's Steve Hawk. Steve in his 66 Caprice, and Danny Morrison in his 66 Fairlane. Morrison, 12:39, 108 miles an hour, 11:54, 170. And Radar Watkins, out of his plum crazy 1970 Sport Fury. That's one of the biggest two-doors ever offered out of Detroit. That thing is a monster. Running in our Pro Street naturally aspirated category. 18 feet long. Table tennis on the hood. The thing is huge. Dropped the hammer on the Corvette. Mechanic coughed and wheezed. Finally got back on his feet. Away it goes. 12:17, 111 for the big car for Radar. 12:24, 115 miles an hour for Slang. Randall Burns driving his Buick powered 77 Skylark. And Red Light Ross Dudley out of Ontario, Canada. They have snow up there today. Look forward to driving back home now. Beautiful 1968 Roadrunner. Oh, problems for Randall Burns. Did you hear that big explosion? Something went bang. That wasn't good. 1188, 112 miles an hour for Red Light Ross. And Randall Burns tried to wind it up and shoot it out the back door on his final day of drag week, and something went afoul. Looks like Randall's not going to make... Oh, he did make the turnoff. We're going to go out and inspect the track and make sure there's no chunks or particulates or gack out there. Chunks are fairly easy to take care of. You can usually pick those up with one or two hands if you have gloves on, because sometimes chunks can be hot. Particulates take a little more effort, usually a dustpan and a broom. But gack, you don't want gack on a track. That's some bad stuff right there. How many of you are old enough or even care enough to remember on Nickelodeon when they used to have their game shows that they would drop this green slimy stuff out of the seemingly nowhere and it would land on competitors? They called that stuff gack. And occasionally some stuff comes out of the cars out here at Heartland Park that looks a lot like that. So we have called that gack. And it's no fun to clean up. Track crew going out and taking a look, checking the racing surface. Looks like everything's okay. There's no brooms, no mops, no shovels, nothing coming out. You know when they bring shovels out on the racetrack, things are bad. But we're good to go, so they're going to be coming back this direction and we'll get back to racing action. We're happy to have Rocket Brand Racing fuel again. is our official fuel sponsor for Hot Rods Drag Week. Rocket Brand has been a sponsor of Drag Week from the beginning and is the longest continuous sponsor. Help support our official fuel sponsor by purchasing Rocket Brand Racing Fuel. Rocket Brand Racing Fuel, the official fuel of motorsports. For those of you who did not get the text message and have not visited Heartland Park's website or have not been on our Facebook page, we are rescheduling the Vamp race that was originally scheduled for tomorrow afternoon. We do not have a concrete date yet. As soon as I hear from Mr. Dave Height as to what that date is going to be, I'll let everybody know. But due to the weather that's forecast for tomorrow, which is supposed to be considerably worse than we have today, I think Dave did the right thing. He's got people coming in from Kansas City, Nebraska, Iowa, all over the Midwest. And with that nasty of a chance of inclement weather and the forecast not supposed to get out of the 50s, my hat's off to Dave. Yeah, pull the plug now and reschedule and get everybody here on a good weekend. Let's have a fun and safe race for the Vamp Series. So hopefully you guys can make it back for that. That is a lot of fun. A lot of street legal cars out here for that. Look forward to seeing it. Hey, there's Kyle with 1320 Video. Kyle, put your hand up. This is the guy that shoots the video that you're going to see on Hot Rod Magazine's website. You'll see him on Bang Shift. And he's got his own website where you can go and check out all the videos. 1320 Video. Oh, man. Kyle is the man. And Kyle has got some really cool video of, how shall we say, underground racing? Is that a good way to put it, Kyle? The 405 area code. Look out, brother. He's representing down there. If you guys like, dyed in the wool streetcar drag racing, Kyle's the man. Here we go. Brad Erb in the four-door 67 Chevelle. Chris Croson. Mercury Marauder. Krause goes through the 1463, 93 miles an hour. Brad Erb goes 1955 at 54 miles an hour. As per Keith Turk, this just in. I need everybody's attention in Daily Driver. At 7 o'clock, we're going to say, folks, that's the cutoff time to turn in your time slips. Anything after 7 o'clock? Sorry. 7 o'clock, Daily Driver. Turn in your time slips for your final qualifying. We're going to take the top 32, put them together in a bracket race format, run them off for the champion in Daily Driver. If you do not have your time slip turned in by 7 o'clock, you're not going to get in, buddy. So come on, get them up here. You can turn them in to Tanya up here in the tower, and she will get you entered into that Daily Driver field. Congratulations to those who qualify. Looking forward to a great bracket race later this evening. Once again, 7 o'clock, we need to have your time slips turned in for Daily Driver. No later, folks. Don't push it. No sense in going all week finding out by 2 minutes that you haven't made it. So get them in early. Let's get this field together for Daily Driver. Nice pass here for Greg Mason. 1183, 112 miles an hour. Bob Sanders. John Hickey and Sean Fling paired up. Sean out of Kansas City. I love his little 63 Fairlane wagon. Ladies and gentlemen, get your cameras out. We got ourselves a Kodak moment. With a fluffy internet, YouTube, Street Fire. We're going to have some fun because this is your defending Drag Week champion. He's defending not only last year, but the year before. And the year before. Larry Larson out of Oak Grove, Missouri. Owns and operates Larson Race Cars over there. When he's not building race cars, he's racing them, as he is a seasoned comp eliminator racer. He'll either race this car, which is his 66 Chevy 2, or he'll race Steve Malkowski's B-altered Pontiac. It's funny that a street car is faster than a B-altered. It's paired up with Tom Ziegel. Larry, looking to put this bad boy in the sixes today at over 200 miles an hour. If he does it, I want to see everybody on their feet. He drives it to the track, drives it home. 565. A little bobble on the 1-2 shift. 756, 195. He'll be back. He'll put one down. That was not his best pass. He's got a lot more in it. Oh. You know, the Pontiac may have been my favorite system. I forgot we got the Nova. Check this thing out. For those who don't know, it's twin turbocharged with a big block Chevy under the hood, with white wall tires and hubcaps. Hang on. Car originally built by Brad Urban. Now driven by Drew Diesner. He's paired up with Nino Popiklia. Say that 3 times fast. Both these guys running in the same category. Small block power adder. Now watch this. Twin turbocharged rotor. Tell you what, Trans Am putting on a display. We're Pickley at 898 at 157, 1013 for Deisner at 136. Impressive. Ed Kelly, 87 Dodge Shadow. It's a Shadow RT with the 6-cylinder package. All right, Ed Kelly in the Shadow, George Horton in the pickup. Ooh, look at the Nova pulling into the water box. That thing is super sanitary. It's a rolling car show here, Drag Week 2011, brought to you by Gear Vendors Overdrive. Horton in the pickup truck. This thing does not play. That is a movement machine right there. The truck, 1204, 108 miles an hour. 1560, 90 miles an hour with Ed Kelly. And this is a Ralph Hoke, 68 vintage, running in our daily driver category, paired up with Josh Walton in his 88 Monte Carlo SS. I'm kind of a sucker for that G-body. That's a good-looking body style. All right. Here it is, guys and gals. I'm supposed to keep prodding you, stoking the coals, rattling your cage. For those of you in the daily driver category, I need your undivided attention. Those of you who are racing in the daily driver category, I need to have your absolute 100% attention right now. Cutoff to turn in your final time slip is 7 p.m. and no later. Once again, cutoff to get in your final time slip is 7 p.m. and no later. You ask, where shall I turn in my time slip? Well, you need to turn it in to Tanya up here in the timing and scoring area. Come on up here. Oh, hey, perfect reaction time for Ross. How often do you see that on drag week? 11:50, 116 miles an hour. Nice pass for him. Chris Burnham rolled through 15:23 at 91 miles an hour. So final time. Turn in your final slip for daily driver, 7 p.m. and no later. Just for a point of reference, it is 10 minutes to 6 right now. You got 70 minutes. There's the Corvair. Here's Henry Diani in this Camaro. Again, Pro Street naturally aspirated. Daily driver, no, 11:49, 120 for Diani. Heartland, 11:71, 114 miles an hour. Mike Myers and Rex Walker. Myers in that great-looking 1969 Chevy Corvair. It's got a front-engine LS motor. Rex Walker, the 67 Chevy Chevelle. It's a gasser category machine. Myers figured out you don't have to have the biggest motor to go fast, but it helps if you can shave some weight off the front. See the can flies through at 1190, 112 miles an hour, 1313 at 106. Robert Perrine, Josh Wolf. Perrine to the 56 Chevy. Wolf in the 2008 Pontiac Grand Prix GXP. These things are known to have some traction problems, being as they are not correct wheel drive. They transfer all the weight to the rear and lift the front end off. They tend to blaze the right front tire. We'll see if we can get a handle on it here. Hard to apply it when all the weight's being transferred to the rear. Perrine's going to get there first and by a bunch. 1176, 113 miles an hour. 1364, 108 for Josh Wolf. These are always fun. Dodge Omni GLHT. Carroll Shelby and his wild crew during the mid-'80s got away from the Blue Oval and teamed up with the Pentastar faithful. Put together this little buzz bomb. Yes, it's a four-door, 2.2 liter, turbocharged, and these things get programmed. It's paired up with Mark Dream and his 95 Chevy Camaro. Spool it up, turn it loose, and away we go. Look Look at the little Lacano box showing the Camaro the quick way to the finish line. And the Dodge, 1207, 112 miles an hour. The Camaro, 1283 at 104. Basically, you got yourself a 250 horsepower sardine can. Here's John Edke, 1980 Camaro. It's paired up with Gary Ross, the 79 Mustang. People look at the 79 Mustang and say, oh, that's the first Fox body. Nope. The 78 Fairmont was the first Fox body. That's 1092. Wow, 122. Nice pass. Running in the modified power adder category. That is a good pass for him. John Edke. Running in big block power adder. It was 1055 at 131. In our daily driver category, as is Jerry Lambert's. Lambert's in the 84 Chevy Camaro in the O'Reilly lane. Having issues with the Camaro, getting out of shape. That wasn't pretty at all. 1655, 80 miles an hour for Lambert's. Here's Billy Gebhardt and Jeff Greer. Gebhardt. Man, I got to tell you, I got a Jones. Small block under the hood. They'll take it home and put the slicks on it, run an NHRA Super Street 1090 index class. Okay? That's all well and good, except he doesn't have the issues with the slicks that he does with his drag radials when they're hooked up with these ladder bars. Watch at about the 1,000-foot mark. It gets scary. This thing starts to just shake it as it gets into the... He says it doesn't do it on the slicks. I don't think it's going to do it this time either. Hey, he made a decent pass. 32, 98 miles an hour for Greer. Here comes Chad's dad, Walt Reynolds, in his 68 C28 Camaro. I think this is the one that's got the real deal 302 in it. Short stroke, big bore. High winded small block for Reynolds in the O'Reilly lane. He's paired up with Sean Brackett in the daily driver category, 1973 Chevy Laguna. And problems for Reynolds. Looks like he's leaving a little gag on the track. His son backing it up. That's Chad Reynolds. Chad going to pop the hood and take a look. Chad just wanted a photo opportunity. He's going to put him on the pages of Bank Shift. I'm sure they'll have that back in front. Racking on a solo shot. Tom Hogshead driving his 77 Nova. Tom in our small block power adder category. This thing is flying. Tom making a good stab at it. 10:18. Wow, 131 miles an hour. Nice pass. George Browning goes through the 1398 at 97 miles an hour. Everybody knows that nitrous is the world's best power adder, and that everybody knows that NOS is the #1 nitrous system. NOS offers the most complete line of systems for street or race vehicles. When you're looking for throttle in a bottle, go with NOS, the leader in nitrous technology. There, banging the gear. Did you see that? He revved that thing to like 5,500 RPM and sidestepped the happy pedal, and away you went. 1328, 101 miles an hour. Here comes the legend, Mike Crow out of Topeka, Kansas. Mike, a 3-time Drag Week winner his own darn self. And the Spirit of Drag Week winner? Did he win that this year? Oh, Spirit of Drag Week winner. Mike had a brand new car, all built and ready to go for this particular Drag Week. He wanted to shave some race weight off of his combination. So he took it out of the heavy, the portly, the overstuffed Barracuda, and put it into a 69 Dodge Dart. Promptly broke the control arm during a cruise session Friday night. Decided, okay, we'll take the alternator back off the cruise. Here he is. The base of the Bob Weekland School of Drag Racing. 11:43, 117 miles an hour for Crow. Lane Sperong, 11:52, 115 miles an hour. Well, Bob Lash just came up and told me that, hey, I saw my sheet this morning, but I can't find it now. For those of you who have not turned in your Hot Rod Magazine information sheet for your car and for yourself, please do so up here in the tower. You can turn that into Tanya, or if you see Keith gallivanting around out there in the pits, you can turn it into him. Or there's two ladies over at the Hot Rod Magazine trailer. They'll be happy to take that sheet from you as well and make sure that it gets turned into the editors of Hot Rod Magazine. Hey, there's one right down there on the starting line right now. Dave Freiberger. Hi, how you doing? Ladies and gentlemen, this is the guy who makes it all possible right here with Hot Rod Magazine, Dave Freiberger, the editor. It was his idea years ago. He said, you know, we need to do this thing. Hot Rod Magazine Drag Week. 5 races in 5 days. Got to drive your car from one track to the next. You can't trailer your car, but you can pull a small trailer with your car, with your tools, spare parts, and such. It has turned out to be a phenomenal event. 177 cars went through tech this year. 177. It's like twice the size of one of our bracket races here at Heartland Park. It's amazing. And these were folks from not only all over the country, but all over the world. I mean, we got folks here from Canada and from Australia. Here in the States, we got folks from Washington State. We got folks from New York. I've seen Mississippi, New Mexico, Arizona, California, up in the Dakotas. Lots of local folks, too. I mean, this is here in the Midwest. We've got plenty of folks from Topeka and Kansas City, Wichita. It is a great event, and I'm really looking forward to seeing where they're going to run this next year. They always keep it a secret until the last minute. But this was an absolute huge turnout this season for the 2011 edition of Hot Rod Magazine Drag Week. And our presenting sponsor, Gear Vendors. What a great showcase for their product. Got to drive your car from one track to the next. Want to improve your gas mileage? No better way to go than a Gear Vendor. Champion Oil, located in Clinton, Missouri, has been a globally recognized industry leader in specialty lubricants for 55 years. Champion is also the official oil of Hot Rod Magazine's Drag Week. Their purpose-built performance and racing motor oils utilize a premium ZDDP anti-wear protection package, which contains a unique balance of high levels of zinc and phosphorus. These hypersynthetic oils contain Champion's proprietary thermal viscosity stabilizer for better protection at high running temperatures. In addition, all Champion performance and racing motor oils deliver maximum compression plus increase engine horsepower and torque. Check them out at championsUseChampion.com. Okay, we are running out fast in the really, really popular sizes, but we still have them available. T-shirts for Hot Rod Magazine Drag Week 2011 are available in two styles. They're $20 a pop, or you get three of them for $55, and the only place you can get yours is in the pavilion behind the main grandstand on the pit side, right next to the concession stand. Once again, $20 a piece, or you can get three for $55. You know you want one. You got to have one. You can't do without one. And Monday morning when you show up next to the water cooler at work with your 2011 Hot Rod Magazine Drag Week T-shirt, people are going to smile and be envious that you were there and they were not. And for those of you who are not here, if you're streaming with us live on the internet, we want to welcome you along as well. Welcome to Hot Rod Magazine's YouTube channel, where we are streaming live. You guys on the West Coast, I know you still got about an hour's worth of work left to do on a Friday afternoon, and you're jonesing so bad to get out of there. But stay at work, and on your boss's dime, you can check out Drag Week 2011. Enjoy the afternoon with us. Why don't you have your secretary go out and get a six-pack of cold Bud? But for those of you who are watching your girlish figure, join us, grab a pizza, and kick back. Watch the streaming video here from Heartland Park, Topeka, the final leg, Drag Week 2011. Once again, guys and gals, those of you in our daily driver category, the deadline for you to turn in your best slip of the day, or the one that you prefer to turn in today, is 7 o'clock. Remember, you got to turn one in from today's festivities. You have to turn one in if you want to participate in our daily driver shootout. The top 32 qualified cars in daily driver We're going to put him into a bracket race format. Currently at the top of the heap by 0.003 of a second is Brent the Real McCoy in his 59 Pontiac. I was giving Brent a hard time. I mean, come on. This guy's having fun. For those of you who have not been following this from day to day, maybe you're local here to Heartland Park and you just heard this was coming out. It's going to be a great car show. Brent kind of thrashed to put the car together, but he had to get a tetanus shot before he started working on it. Once you see it out here, you'll understand what I'm talking about. This thing has got patina on top of patina. It is crazy rusty. It's rough on every edge. There's nothing couth about the car. It is just brutal torque. It comes off the starting line, all 4,000 pounds in the air, and then runs down the quarter mile at 10 flat. How's that sound? The thing weighs well over 4,000 pounds. It's as big as the day is long, and he has a lot of fun with it with his little inflatable friend Sally in the back seat. Oh, yeah. Tell Sally I said hello. She likes me. Oh, hey, Keith wanted to remind everybody. Actually, we're not going to remind everybody because we're going to let them know for the first time. If you're done, if you've turned in your time slip and you're not going to participate in the Daily Driver Shootout later today, if you're all done and you just want to call it a day and stick a fork in it and pop a cold one, and you want to put your car on the trailer over in the impound area, you can do so. However, once you have done so, it must remain there until we've turned everybody loose for the evening so you can go home. You can't go over into the impound area and then bring it back out on the racetrack. So if you're done and you're done and that's the way you want it to be, that's all well and good. You can load up and get everything settled in, and you can settle into the race stands here and watch everybody else for the remainder of the day. Have at it. Have some fun. Grab yourself one of those beautiful bratwursts. Smother it with some of that hot, spicy mustard over there at the concession stand. Grab yourself an ice-cold Diet Bud and join us for a great evening of racing here at Heartland Park, Topeka. Don't forget, we've also got those chili cheese nachos that are amazing. Ray Mack and the crew over there doing a great job. We've got hamburgers, hot dogs, cheeseburgers, the brats that I just mentioned. We've got all sorts of snacks in a bag over there featuring Mother's cookies. We've got plenty of stuff to drink. We got all your Coca-Cola products, including Coke, Diet Coke, Mr. Pibb, Sprite. 3 different flavors of Powerade. We've got bottled water, lemonade, and iced tea. We've also got hot chocolate and hot coffee for those of you who've got a little chill in your bones. Hopefully everybody can enjoy something to eat and drink here at the Heartland Park Topeka concession stand. And while you're over there, don't forget we've got the Hot Rod Magazine Drag Week 2011 t-shirts on sale. 2 styles to choose from, $20 a pop or $55 for 3 of them. That's in the main pavilion behind the grandstand over here on the pit side. I want to welcome everybody who came out here today. Hot Rod Magazine Drag Week 2011. Gary Carter had to mention the B word. Bacon. Anybody got some bacon? You know, I love that stuff. I had some this morning. I'm on vacation, so every day is bacon day. Gary says, what's vacation got to do with it? Vacation is the fact that I can get up in the morning and have time to cook bacon. Otherwise, we do it on Bacon Day, which is the day after Saturday, immediately preceding Monday. Well, guys and gals, boys and girls, friends and neighbors, welcome to Heartland Park, Topeka. This is the final day of Drag Week 2011, brought to you by Hot Rod Magazine. My name is Ron Ward. If there's anything I can do to make your stay more comfortable here at Heartland Park, or if you need anything, need service, parts, help, whatever, I can put the word out for you and we can get it all taken care of. I know how tough it is. For those of you who have broken something and need help, our local O'Reilly Auto Parts store is open till 9 o'clock this evening. And write down their phone number. Are you ready? Flip open your cell phone, whatever you need to do. Put this number into your phone system. 785-862-4749. Once again, that's 785-862-4749 for our local O'Reilly Auto Parts store. They're just about a mile and a half up the road here on South Topeka Boulevard. Just go out here on Topeka Boulevard, turn right, and go north. You go past the Super 8 at Forbes Landing. You go past Subway. You go past Junior's Bar and Grill. All three of those are Heartland Park Topeka business partners. You also go past Banjo's Deli. You go past John's down there in Pauline, also Heartland Park Topeka business partners. You get closer to 45th Street, you want to look off to your right, and there it's going to be. Right there, O'Reilly Auto Parts store. Just about a mile and a half up the road here on South Topeka Boulevard. I want to thank them for being the official auto parts provider of Heartland Park Topeka. They got 5 stores here in the Topeka area. Of course, their regional manager, Pernell Peters, a big racing fan. Comes out here and supports these events. We've got a great relationship going with them. So thanks to O'Reilly. Also want to thank Gear Vendors Overdrive, the title sponsor of 2011 Hot Rod Magazine Drag Week. Also want to thank Rocket Brand Racing Fuels, the official fuel of Drag Week. Aeromotive Fuel Systems, based out of Lenexa, Kansas, one of the local companies, done really well. They are the premier aftermarket fuel system provider in the world. With fuel pumps, regulators, and entire fuel systems, Aeromotive has got what you need. Check them out at aeromotiveinc.com. Champion Lubricants jumping in and helping to keep things slippery for us. MSD Ignition. The folks over there, man, I tell you, MSD, they can light the spark in the fastest race cars in the world. And they are here in force at Drag Week 2011. If you haven't had a chance to stop by the MSD trailer or the Rocket Brand Racing Fuel trailer or the Gear Vendors trailer, you're out there in the pits, stop by, take a look and see what they've got. If you're interested in running Drag Week next year, or maybe finances say that I can't race it to the year after that, if you can save a little money on fuel, would that help to get your car together a little quicker? The way to do that is with the Gear Vendors Overdrive unit. Check them out. They hold up to the test. Over 1,000 pounds of torque, 1,000 horsepower. These guys are getting it done with Gear Vendors Overdrive units. I got the word from our WHPT weather lab that we're down right now for a little bit of mist. So rather than take a chance with any kind of moisture on the racetrack, we're going to see if the wind picks up. We can dry this out. It doesn't look to like be accumulating, but of course, you know, any kind of residue on the racetrack that isn't related to racing can be an issue. So bear with us. As soon as things are back to racing quality, we'll get back to racing action. Shelby McGinnis. Shelby McGinnis, please bring your camera to the tower. Your dad needs it. Shelby McGinnis, please bring your camera to the tower. Thanks. Hey, guys and gals, boys and girls. You may not be here, but if you are, Monday, at the conclusion of the event, as we were cleaning up, we found a piece of windshield trim, and maybe rear window trim, I don't know which. If you're missing a piece of trim off your car, and you weren't missing it when you started drag week, we may have it up here in the tower. Come on up, ask for Ron, and I'll see if this is the one that's for your car. Even if it's not, you can take it with you. Well, guys and gals, here's what's up. Should the need arise, actually, the need may have arisen, but we're firing up our jet dryer. We're getting all the gas in it so that we can fire it up and get it ready to go. Right now, as you can tell, there's just kind of a persistent mist in the air. There's no actual accumulation out here. I mean, you can't see it on the ground, but it's just enough to be a pain in the butt. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to put it off for just a little bit. We're going to wait this out, see what happens with it. If you are down here in the staging lanes and you'd like to take your cars back to the pits, you're welcome to do so. And we'll give you about a 10-minute heads-up call when we're ready to get these things going again. So once again, if you've got your car down here in the staging lanes and you'd like to make a shot later, but you don't want to be out here and just wait on the mist, you're welcome to take it back to the pits. Maybe grab yourself something from the concession stand or stop on by, grab a T-shirt from over there at the Pavilion, one of those Hot Rod Magazine Drag Week 2001 T-shirts. John Reeder, did you get your T-shirt? Awesome. How do they look this year? I haven't seen one. Oh, he's going to show me. He's going to model this. John, you didn't know you were going to be a fashion model, did you? I guess they got two styles to choose from. You can get them $20 a pop, 3 for $55. John's telephone is ringing, and he can't get his arms out of his shirt to answer it. That's styling. Oh, I like it. I like it. Don McGinnis pokes his head in and says, after hearing that, I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight. All right. Anyway, bear with us, folks. We're going to extend this a little while and kind of wait on the weather and see what it's going to do, because we're right on the fringe of this, and it's just enough to make it a pain in the tail. So if you'll bear with us, I'll bear with you, and I'll be here all evening. My name is Ron Ward. Once again, if I can help you with anything. Wait, we found the owner to the window trim. If I can help you find some parts for your car, maybe you just want to come up and mention somebody's birthday or anniversary or something great going on, let me know, and I'll make everybody aware of it. Well, hey, guys and gals, boys and girls, if I can have your attention, please. Here's what is going on. Everybody, all at once, turn your faces straight up. You feel that stuff coming down? That's why we're not racing right now. So bear with us. We're going to give it a little bit of time and see if we can't get the track dried out. Once this stuff stops, it takes us about, an hour and 15 minutes to dry out the track. We are hoping that this is just going to move by real quick. If it does and we get the track dried out, we're going to allow another hour, 1 hour, for cars to be on the racetrack so that everybody can get their time trial in and turn in their slip. And that's what we're shooting for. So bear with us. See if we can make that happen for you. In the meantime, if you haven't turned in your Hot Rod Magazine information sheet, bring that to the tower right now. We've got a whole lot of cars that have not turned it in. Keith, what do we got? Approximately 25 cars that have not turned in? Probably 30 cars? 35 cars that have not turned in your Hot Rod Magazine information sheet. And I'll tell you who was number one on that list. Bob Lash. Bob told me he lost his sheet. So okay, come see us, Bob Lash. And also, Bob, I have a bit of information from Mr. Rick Johnson at Gear Vendors. He left me his card. He would like you to give him a call and talk about your car and basically your entire racing operation. So, Bob, if you got a free moment, come on up here to the tower, grab yourself another information sheet, fill it out, get it turned into Tanya, or you can turn it into Turk or myself, or now we'll get it turned in for you. I've also got this card from Mr. Rick Johnson with Gear Vendors. So, if you have your time slip and you've turned it in or would like to turn it in and your day is done, that's awesome. If at that point you decide, I want to go ahead and load up my car and be done for the night and join in on the festivities, that is also awesome. But you must leave the rig in the impound area. And once your car has entered the impound area, it cannot come out. Also, those rigs that are in the impound area, they're there for a reason. They're not here to support vehicles that are in the pits. So if you have a rig that is outside of the impound area, you need to return it to the impound area. It can't be over here in the pits. If you want to load up, take your car to the impound area, load it up, and leave it over there. The problem is we've got rigs that are coming out of the impound area, and it's real hard to police them. If they're all over there and accounted for, not a problem. If you want to load up and head out, I understand that. I'd really appreciate it, though, if you'd stick around, because we got a lot of great activities going on at the conclusion of the event tonight. We've got plenty of prizes to give away. We've got some Gear Vendor stuff to give away. We've got some awards to give away to 13 class winners. So we've also got one heck of a bracket race coming up tonight. So we'll get this track dried out. Bear with us. As soon as this mist stops, we can get the jet dryer out there. And Keith, you're familiar with working on jet engines, aren't you? So we can get that. Yeah, we'll get that bad boy going. I was at Kansas City one time. The fellow who was operating the track dryer wasn't familiar with jet engines. Didn't realize you're supposed to hook up the igniter before you prime it. Okay, so he was priming, trying to get it fired up. Starter motor just humming away, getting this thing going. Plugs it in while it's fully primed and trying to start, and there was a fireball that erupted 30 feet in the air. It dried out the track, dried out the back of his head. The fellow's name was Ron Connor. You ever met him? Never met him. Anyway, I know how these track dryers work. They're a lot of fun to watch, too. So bear with us, folks. We'll get this stuff dried out and get back to racing action just as quick as we can. Once we get back into racing, you're going to have a 1 hour window to make another shot on the racetrack. For those of you who have not had a shot at the racetrack today, we're going to give you a 1 hour window to do so, and then we're going to wrap things up. So bear with us. Let's get this track dried out, and let's have some fun today here on our final leg of Hot Rod Magazine's Drag Week 2011. ladies and gentlemen, can I have your attention, please? An official announcement has been reached for our every class except daily driver. Everybody except daily driver, I need to have your attention, please. We have officially concluded our time trials for every class except daily driver. So if you are in unlimited, or if you're in Pro Street Power Adder, Pro Street Naturally Aspirated, Modified Power Adder, Modified Naturally Aspirated, Big Block and Small Block Power Adder, Small Block and Big Block Naturally Aspirated, and Gasser, we need you to turn in your final time slip right now. Those classes have been officially decided. We won't have any more time runs for them, as we are done with them. Right now, we're going to wait out this weather, and we're going to really try to get in our daily driver time trial session. We just need a small window, about an hour and 15 minutes to clear the track and get it dried off. Once the stuff stops coming down, after that, we'll get it dried off with the jet in a hurry. And then however long it takes to get everybody one pass down the track, get your time slips turned in, and then we can proceed into our bracket. But that's what we're shooting for. Right now, if you're not in daily driver, the event has concluded for you. Please turn in your time slips, and we'll get everything tallied up here in the tower. Once again, the impound rule is still in effect. If you are still active in competition, even if you're not, the truck and trailers, if you're going to remain here at the event, you have to leave them over there in the impound area. You're welcome to load your cars on them. Once you have done so, you must leave them there. You can't bring them back into the pit area. And please don't bring the trucks and trailers into the impound area. That's kind of the spirit of the event, is we don't have any support until it's all said and done. So please leave them over there in the impound area. Once again, all classes except daily driver have been concluded for the event. Please turn in your final time slips, and we'll tally up the results as per Keith Turk and the powers that be. If you are in one of those categories that I just mentioned, and you have not made a pass today, Keith Turk wants to see you in the tower right now. If you are in one of the categories outside of our daily driver category, and you have not made a pass today, Keith Turk wants to see you in the tower right now.